Welcome to another episode of How to Make Dinner. If you're new here, my name's Paula and I normally make dinner at home in my kitchen in Canada, but I'm in Bulgaria right now. And today I'm singing the praises of plain yogurt. Do you remember that bright pink yogurt that they used to sell in the 80s? There were no bits of fruit in it. It was just bright neon pink. And then they started selling the fruit at the bottom kind, which I thought was super fancy. We didn't have a lot of that pink stuff growing up. My mom was a big proponent of buying it plain. And that's the approach that I've taken to my adult life too. I always have a fridge full of plain yogurt, whether I've bought it or if I've made it myself. That way we can manipulate it in whatever which way we want. Here are 5 reasons why I always have plain yogurt in my fridge and a few of my favorite ways to use it. I love a good tub of French vanilla as much as the next person, but if I were to buy yogurt in this already sweetened format, I would be so limited to what I could do with it. Buying already sweetened yogurt puts you in a pretty good position for whipping up a quick breakfast bowl or a smoothie, but if you need a savory dip or a sauce, you're out of luck. Buying plain yogurt or making it yourself offers so much more versatility. Besides, some of the best yogurt-based foods are not sweet at all. They're savory. Like this, for example, Ariane, which is a slightly salty, drinkable yogurt. It's so nice. This stuff is super common all over the Balkans and Turkey. I've been loving this for breakfast. Oh, julienne cucumber. And also this stuff that I talk about all the time, tarator. I feel like I'm a broken record about it. It's so good, and it's just cucumber, dill, yogurt, water, salt, sometimes garlic, and walnuts. It's perfect. While we're talking about Turkey and the Balkans, I have to mention eggs panagirski, which is the Bulgarian version. You might know them as Turkish eggs. They're very similar. It's just poached eggs with a really nice garlicky yogurt and a spicy, buttery drizzle. So good. Not to mention all the countless dips and dressings and quick sauces that you can whip up with plain yogurt. I'm all about using it as a pizza sauce these days, which is a little bit wild, but just a little garlic and salt mixed into some plain yogurt makes a really nice creamy pizza sauce. If you do want to sweeten your plain yogurt, it's really easy to do. Some of my favorite ways to sweeten plain yogurt are very simply to stir in a spoonful of jam, drizzle in a bit of honey or maple syrup. A little sprinkle of cinnamon goes well with this one too. You can also mash a banana and stir that into your plain yogurt. Also, just stirring in a bit of sweetened yogurt to your plain yogurt. This is a really good way to transition if you're just breaking into the plain yogurt lifestyle. I'm a huge fan of canned peaches, and spooning a few canned peaches into some plain yogurt with just a little bit of that syrup from the can. If you want to go for a homemade French vanilla, you can stir in a bit of vanilla extract and some honey or sugar. And of course, you can really get creative with these sweet things and try different combos to keep things interesting. Where I live, I can buy a kilo of plain yogurt for about 10 or 11 bucks. But if I buy a gallon of milk, I can buy the organic stuff for 10 bucks or the non-organic stuff for about 5 bucks. And I can turn it into a gallon of yogurt in my Instant Pot, and it'll be ready by the morning. I make a batch about every 2 weeks. That's about how long it takes for us to burn through it as a family of 2 to 3. And it's just such a convenient thing to have in my fridge at all times so I can whip up dips, sauces, whatever I need. There is no breakfast or snack more convenient than a bowl of yogurt with a sprinkle of some kind of cereal, granola, or muesli on top. It takes less than a minute to make. Kids can make it themselves. They can pick their topping. They can stir in their jam if they want it sweet. And it's a real game changer for busy mornings or even school lunches if I have a limited supply of packable lunch items. If you're a smoothie person, which I'm not, plain yogurt is a must-have. Chuck it in the blender with a bit of water, a bit of frozen berries, and call it a day. Or, jazz it up with all your superfoods and your bananas and spinach and any number of things. But plain yogurt makes such a good base for smoothie. And if you have it in the fridge already and you have frozen berries in your freezer, then you're pretty much good to go. If you bake a lot, you know that a lot of recipes call for buttermilk. And buttermilk is a really great ingredient for baking because it's naturally acidic and it reacts with baking soda to help give you that extra rise in your muffins or your pancakes. Plain yogurt is naturally acidic too, so it works in a really similar way. Although I often use yogurt in place of buttermilk in recipes, it doesn't work exactly the same way. So don't expect the same results. But next time you're going to make a batch of pancakes or muffins or some kind of quick bread or a loaf, look for a recipe that uses plain yogurt. I'm going to use some plain yogurt right now to make this pancake recipe that I found from the Spruce Eats. I'm not going to make a new pancake recipe because I just don't see there being a point. There's enough pancake recipes out there already. Pancakes were super light and fluffy, and I really liked that tanginess that I got from the yogurt. There's something really special about the refreshing tanginess of plain yogurt. It's the kind of thing that when you've eaten sweetened yogurt your whole life, it can be a little bit hard to adjust to at first, but once you develop a taste for that plain yogurt tanginess, it's really, really hard to go back. I've got 3 different plain yogurts and I wanted to taste them side by side to see how different they are and maybe pick a favorite. I'm gonna start on the left. This is the one that I see most commonly where I am here in Bulgaria. It's really thick. I love the way plain yogurt cuts. You know, when you dig your spoon in, I never want to go in and stir it all up. I love that edge that you get. It's kind of like it breaks, almost like cheese curds when you're making cheese. Okay, really rich. I'm getting a little bit of tang right in the back here. This one is 5%, so it's a little bit on the fattier side, which I like. It's delicious. This next one was, I think, a bit more specialty from somewhere nearby. Not as much of a break as you can see. I think this one got a little bit frozen because it's a little bit icy on the top. And it's very creamy and kind of pudding-like compared to the last one. Oh. Still cow's milk, by the way. These are all cow's milk yogurts. This one has almost no tang at all. This really tastes like Greek yogurt, which I sometimes find to not be tangy enough. It's more milky. It tastes like thick milk, which it's not my favorite. Okay, and the third one, it's got a fairly decent break. It looks a bit runnier than the first one. It's a bit thinner. It's 3.6% milk fat, and it's definitely got a looser consistency. Okay, again, really not tangy at all. I'm gonna go with the first one as being my personal favorite. It's really thick. It's really tangy, and it has the texture that I like, that real kind of like break that I love so much. I don't know what else to call it other than a break, a curd, I don't know. Anyway, the point of this taste test was to inspire you to buy a few different yogurts too and give them a try and pick your favorite because they're all unique and special. And once you do pick a favorite, that should be the yogurt that you use as the starter yogurt for your homemade yogurt if you decide to ever make your own. Your yogurt will take on a lot of those characteristics. So if you weren't already convinced before you clicked on this video, I hope I have convinced you that plain yogurt is far and away superior to flavored yogurt. You can flavor it any which way you want. You can make so many things with it, and it's so much better than that bright pink stuff that we ate in the 80s. Am I right? I've left some useful links in the description box, including my method for making Instant Pot yogurt. If you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button so we can hang out every Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining me for this episode, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. I've never seen it with julienne cucumber before. That's new. See, it's always different.
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna get.
I know, yeah.
It's always good, as long as you can control the salt, because sometimes it's not salty enough. Just my humble opinion.
Okay, done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.